Good morning from Luz Labs. We hope everyone had a great week. And yes, this is the second week in a row I'm late with a Monday message. I know it's Tuesday. I'm sorry. It just seems like everything's just been crazy lately. Okay, so I'm going to jump right in. First, I'm going to jump into our adoptions. Two of the dogs I fell in love with when I was in Alabama, Tuscaloosa, looking for Logan, Stanley and Joni, both from Metro, were adopted. So, and Joni was adopted by one of our very own, Sarah, who has fostered a ton of dogs for us. So we're thrilled. Michael, our sweet boy from Texas, the one that was living by the dumpster and kids were throwing rocks at him. He's so sweet. He was adopted. Barney and Murphy were adopted. Gorgeous, gorgeous pups. And then Alvin, Holly, and Onyx, all puppies, were adopted. Dogs new into Luz Labs. Amber and Angel are new into Luz Labs puppies. Wilkins, senior boy, he was the one who was living on like a property for like 4 years with two other dogs. The other two got rescued, and he still needed it. And he's an older gentleman, and so we took Mr. Wilkins. Bree, that gorgeous little yellow puppy in Texas, and then Sutton, the handsome yellow boy that we just announced, and Boston's pulled at my heart. He has the Demorex, his fur is missing, that grows back, and they're absolutely gorgeous. We've had that before. So they're all new into Luz Labs. Okay. Dogs that are coming next, and I am going to talk to you about Sarah. I'm just waiting till the end. Dogs that are coming this weekend. So Molly and Samson are coming from Louisiana. Molly's a puppy. Samson's that big black hunky boy. Brooks and Dunn, they are coming from Louisiana. And no, they're not bonded. I mean, they're puppies. They love each other, but they're young, so they're being adopted out separately. Frankie, our handsome boy from Texas that had the hip surgery. And then Margot Murphy from Louisiana. Margot's a pretty yellow girl. Murphy is that big boy with loves to give kisses. Probably his worst habit is one he shares with my Logan. Not my Logan. Logan's probably getting adopted this weekend, by the way. I think he's ready. His heartworm treatment is through. But they both like to jump up, put their paws on your shoulders, and just cover you with kisses. And it's so sweet until you don't want it, right? But how do you get mad at them for just wanting to love you? And then Splash, another one of our older gentlemen. You know, I love the seniors. So they're all coming this weekend. All right. Let me jump into Sarah's story. So Sarah got loose. Sarah was tethered with her driver, but it was like one of those seatbelt thingies. And this is why I don't love the seatbelt things, because if a dog steps on them, they make them pop out, which is what happened. So the driver opened the door to get her, and she had stepped on her seatbelt thing and untethered herself and bolted. And so the hunt was on. We're posting the full story. Jessica's one of our fosters in Georgia, and she drove 3 hours help with a search because seriously, she was in Evergreen, which is like a small town in between two big cities. There was nobody there. I mean, we needed feet on the ground, and so Jessica drove 3 hours. And then, of course, Peggy, her foster mom, drove 2 hours. And it was such an amazing thing. I mean, just people from all over came. You're going to read all about it. But I'm so relieved they were caught. She was caught. How they got her, they kept seeing her, but one of the volunteers spotted her under this like bush with all these briars and a golly, and she had gone to sleep. So all these people surrounded her and literally belly crawled to her, and she still had her leash with her martingale collar and her tag on her, and her leash kept getting stuck, and it was kind of scaring her. But anyway, I'm kind of regressing. She was sleeping, and they belly crawled to her, and basically, and she woke up, but she stayed, and like one person would distract her, the other person would belly crawl. And then she'd look at the person that was belly crawling, they would distract her, and the other person would crawl until they were able to grab her leash. You'll read all about it in detail. Yay, Team Sarah. I do want to say, so when we were looking for Sarah, we called another dog who was a healer mix. I want to say blue healer, but Jessica called her a red healer, and I am not a healer expert, so she was blue or red or whatever, but she was a healer, and we named her Eve, EVE, because We called her an evergreen. And then this amazing group they're called the Official Alabama Rescue Relay in the South, and they take dogs to rescues in other areas. They're a 501, and they're an amazing group. And they had a place for her in Minnesota, and we agreed to let her go mainly because our applicants all want labs, you know. So it's hard for us. We have labs that are sometimes hard to adopt out, right? We don't know if anybody wants to heal her, and this group absolutely could find a home for her. It's a great group, so we said yes. And some really amazing. I'm personally going to donate money to them, the Official Alabama Rescue Relay, because you know, I'm so grateful to them, and all of their volunteers were out there. I mean, they seriously went above and beyond to help us. So anyway, that's the Sarah story. You'll see it more in detail when we share it. It may have already been posted in the interim. I haven't looked, but if it hasn't, it will be. Okay, so that's it for today. Oh, and please don't forget. So we do have Daisy. Daisy, we had said needs another dog, but we've changed that because her foster says she really kind of ignores her dogs, and it's all about the people. But Daisy does need a quiet home. So, but what we're going to do with Daisy is going to be an FTA. We want to try her out for like 10 days someplace and make sure it's the right place. And then Gus. Gus is another one of our shy ones that came up, but he's done great. He's with Myra, one of our good fosters, and Daisy's with Lauren. And we're so lucky to have so many amazing fosters. Anyway, and he does need another dog. I think that somebody should adopt Daisy and Gus together. That's what I think. And but anyway, they're doing great. So just please remember them. All right, until next week, and I promise it'll be on Monday. Okay, until next week, you all have a great week, and see you later.